Hey, welcome to my review of these Caterpillar outline work boots. Let's get into the video and see if these boots are any good. First, let's start with the unboxing of these Caterpillar boots. First impressions: as soon as you open the box, you see this awesome full grain leather that makes this boot looks very stylish, to be honest. The combination of the colors on this boot look very pleasant to the eye. You know, the Caterpillar brand colors, black and yellow, combines perfectly with the yellow leather of the boot. I like the metal iron hooks on this. They're great for when you want to wear your boots a bit more tight or loose, depending on the situation. We'll see how long they last. Some of the most important features of this Caterpillar outline work boot is that comes with a steel toe cap protection. It's ASTM rated, which basically means that protects you against impact and compression. It comes with a removable insole. It's electrical hazard rated, and the outsole is made of rubber, which is helpful because it can be slip resistant. I've tested this on a few different surfaces at my day job, and it looks like the rubber has quite a good grip. Alright, let's talk about the leather quality and the outside of the boot in general. So the Caterpillar outline is built with full grain leather. Some people have said that these boots are waterproof, but they are not waterproof. So don't buy them if you work a lot in rain and wet conditions. It can resist a little bit of water, but if it doesn't get dry quick, you'll start to feel the water coming through. It's a nice yellow sandy color, which makes this boot look like a casual boot. Not sure if I can make it water repellent by applying mink oil or WD-40 or something like that. If I end up doing it, I'll update the article, which, by the way, I'm gonna leave a link in the description to the article. It's easier to update the article than the video, so make sure you check that out. Caterpillar claims that the outline work boot has a slip resistant and oil resistant sole, so you'll be fairly protected against slipping on wet floors and other slippery surfaces. Like I showed and mentioned earlier, I tested my boot on different surfaces and holds decently. In my experience as well, wearing these work boots every day on a construction site, so far I never had a stone or a nail or anything else penetrating the sole, so I can say the outsole is puncture resistant. Let's talk a little bit about the inside of the boot, and the first detail I like about this Caterpillar outline is that they've added an extension to the tongue. This could be a silly detail for people new to boots, but for people like myself, people working in construction and industries where you use sand and soil and that kind of stuff, it's helpful because it is going to stop the dirt and soil and sand and all these things coming into the boot. Not only that, but it stops the stupid tongue flapping around as well. And the only critique I have about this though is that the extension is not waterproof, so it will keep the dirt out of your boot, but if water if you work with water or in wet conditions, water is still going to come into the boot. And by the way, I forgot to mention this earlier, but if you're after waterproof work boots, I'll leave a link in the description to this awesome article that we put together. And now let's talk a little bit about the removable insole. Not many work boots come with a removable insole, and that really sucks, because if you want to replace it down the road with a new one due to stinky feet or simply because it's old, well, you can't do that. And this Caterpillar outline work boot insole is removable, so you can replace it, and actually I suggest to replace it from day one. And the reason I'm saying that is because it's going to make the boot much more comfortable, and even especially if, I would say if you have some feet condition that require you to have some special insoles, that's helpful as well. How heavy these boots are? Well, they're not that heavy, as you can see from the screen. They're about 1 pound or 750 grams. which is very light for being a work boot, especially because you have the steel toe in there as well. They're not that heavy compared, if I compare them to my previous work boots, Timberland Pit Boss, which I'm gonna leave a link in the description to the review of that boot as well. So they're not heavy, to be honest. Is the Caterpillar outline good for wide feet? I would say personally that I have an average wide feet. I don't know if that's a thing. I never had a problem with a work boot being too tight for me right out of the box. But here's how wide my foot is and how wide the Caterpillar outline work boot is, so you can have an idea if this is tight for you. It's about 4 inch, as you can see in the image. Apparently you can go and buy the wide version of the Caterpillar outline on Amazon. I leave a link in the description where you can see how you can just go to the size, drop down and choose yours. I honestly don't know how wide they are, but I guess they are wider than 4 inch. I hope so. Another great thing about the Caterpillar outline is that they come in different colors. You can choose the yellow honey that I have, but if you prefer something darker and maybe that doesn't require that much care, you know, and it's not gonna be so noticeable when it gets dirty, go for a seal brown or black or even dark gull gray. Links in the description to all of those boots. Are they true to size? Do they run small? Do they run large? Usually I wear size 9 for my normal footwear, but for work boots in general I like to go one size up because I love to have a little bit of room inside the toe box, especially when it goes into winter time. Well, you have to put a little bit more thick socks in there to keep you nice and warm. Now this time I made a mistake and I bought this Caterpillar outline boot exactly the size that I usually wear for my footwear, and to my surprise it fit perfect. I mean, I just use it for now with a pair of cotton socks, not very thick. So in that case, yes, they were true to size for me. But usually I do like to buy the footwear, like I said, one size bigger. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this Caterpillar outline steel toe work boots after wearing them for a few months. There's not much I could say now about it. I will definitely update the review article that you can find in the description, which by the way you should definitely go and check it out because it's much more in depth. But for the sake of keeping this video as short as possible and as informative as possible, well, I can't really include everything, otherwise it's gonna be way too long. So check out the article below in the description, or maybe there's a card up here somewhere in the corner that you can click and read. By the way, let me know in the comments below, have you wear this Caterpillar outline boot before? What's your experience with it? Did you like it? Did you hate it or whatever? As well, I would love to know what other boot would you like me to review for you and share on this channel, or maybe on the bestformyfeet.com website. One last thing I would add about this Caterpillar outline steel toe boot is that it's not for everybody. So if you work a lot outdoors, maybe you do pipe installation, excavations, landscaping, groundwork and stuff like that, you basically work outdoor a lot in mud and water, I would definitely not recommend these boots for you. I'm gonna leave some links to some articles on the bestformyfeet.com website where you're gonna find specific boots for specific jobs. But this particular Caterpillar outline, I would definitely recommend it for jobs that you will do most indoors, like plumbing, electricians, painters, drivers, warehouse workers and stuff like that, because they're not waterproof. That's all from me. Thanks for watching. I hope it was helpful. See you in the next video. Bye.